Good evening, everyone. It's day 11 already. Day 11 of 21 days. Remembering how to breathe. Remembering how powerful we are. A friend of mine always says that. Powerful we are. No, he says how powerful we is. It really is incredible how the journey going through this new information and how new information just revitalizes your whole perspective. It dawns on you that you cannot see yourself the same way that you've been seeing yourself before because you were unaware of that information and how information changes you, the structure of you. We have some people online. That's great. I'm seeing little hearts. I see. It's really nice to be online with you live. I think it changes the dynamics. It changes the energy. I always have some sort of idea what I'm going to be talking about. I never know how I'm going to be saying it, but I feel like the more people that are live with me, there is more energy. There's some vibe that just, makes it so much more special. So I appreciate you all very much for being online live with us. Thank you so much. Obviously, there will be a replay of this on YouTube. Hello, Claudia. Hello, Marie. All right. Today is a topic that I've saved for the second week. I really needed to build up the conversation and to this point. It was important, the factor of oxygen on how we're breathing and how is it so that we're creating energy with our bodies and how the lungs work and the alveoli down there that pump in the oxygen into the bloodstream and how the heart pumps the blood all the way to each part of the body and how it is that by the contraction and the expansion we are creating energy and more energy and more energy and more energy in our body, and then this energy is constantly in motion and how that vibrates, the vibration of who you are. And why I started to talk about oxygen, how important it is. Number one, to make you realize exactly that, first of all, we weren't breathing properly. What people think they do. I bumped into a friend of mine today and I said, have you been watching live? He said, I know how to breathe. Okay, but there's a big difference between breathing with the shallow chest breath, the futile breathing, and the deep lung breathing. And you know that now. Now that you've seen all the videos, you know that. All right, there is a difference, and they shouldn't be even called the same way. Shallow breathing shouldn't be called breathing. I want to try and do something about that. But it shouldn't be called breathing. Real breathing, breath, is that when you give yourself oxygen, that you give yourself that energy, you give yourself that power, okay? And with that energy, so by understanding the connection between the amount of energy your body can take and the creation of energy, which then moves and vibrates, creating a frequency within you, you can then see that you are the embodiment of pure, infinite potential. Now I'm going to just let you rest with that. If you know that by creating energy through the oxygen that then vibrates, and with the lesson that we did yesterday, the video that we did yesterday, that you basically can vibrate at any speed depending on how much you've been breathing and how much energy you've been producing. Do you realize that you are the potential for infinite possibilities? You can be either this or that at any moment in now, in any moment now, in any now moment, in any now, right here, right now, you have the potential of being infinite possibility. That changed the whole dynamics of how I viewed my existence here. It's something shifted after a while just pondering and writing and meditating, and we have this fixed idea, and an idea at the end of the day is a thought. And the more you think a thought, it solidifies into a belief. And when you have a belief, it's a bit hard to sort of shift it, turn it upside down. It's always there at the back of your mind. You have the strong belief about who you think you are, and you have the strong belief of what you think they are, she is, he is. You have these strong beliefs about how you believe things work. And at the end of the day, if you just take a step back, all of these things are thoughts. And thoughts have a vibrational frequency to them as well. Okay? So if you just take a step back and just ponder, or not, but just take a step back, with everything that you know now, by breathing and oxygen and energy and frequency, can you still say that what you believe about yourself is the same? Pure energy, infinite potential, infinite possibilities at any moment in time. This is really important because now, especially going on to the third week, it is imperative that you just start to ponder that and just rest with this new knowledge. What does it mean that now I have learned how to breathe? What does that mean for me? Now that I know how to breathe, and I know that my body doesn't store oxygen, I am going to be providing it all the time. And that's why the body doesn't store oxygen, because it is you that decides. You have the infinite possibility of breathing and having a very, very high vibration, or you'd like to experience yourself at a very, very low vibration in order then to see what life is like down here, or up here, or down in the middle. It is always an experience, and at the end of the day, it's a choice whether it's consciously known or unconsciously. But you are the infinite potential for infinite possibilities at every single moment. I've written it in the notes, and you can read it again. So just to give you an analogy of how it is. So now just imagine for a moment, you're in this beautiful room, there's glass everywhere, sort of these massive big windows, and light is just pouring into this room, and you're sitting in this room and there's utter light, beautiful light. Everything's lovely and bright. All right. But then someone comes in and decides to close the curtains. Now the light is still shining, but now someone is dimming down that light for you through the curtains. Now, there's still a bit of light, but it's dimmed down. Now, all of a sudden, someone comes in and shuts the blinds. The light is still shining through those windows, but you are experiencing darkness. And that's where I'd like to get to today, is that the potential of energy, of love light, is always available for you. You are the one either allowing it to be in alignment with yourself or not. What do I mean about alignment? This is something that I struggled with for a while, because I really I wasn't aware of all of this information, which I'm hoping now through these lessons, it will be more clear for you, because it certainly has. It felt like that one missing link, so much information there, so much information, but I just couldn't see the two of them combine themselves. And now it just feels like clicks in effortlessly like two pieces of a perfect puzzle. All right. So the reason why alignment feels so good is because obviously the energy in your body, that you can feel it through the body, through the language of the body, which is feelings. It's the energy in motion by emotion. Now, the language of the mind is thoughts. Okay? Whatever the mind thinks, the body feels. Whatever the body feels, the mind thinks. It's like a perpetuating thing. The more you think about something, say you've been bitten by a dog, and the more you think about being bitten by the dog, the body feels that fear. So it's linked. The thought and the body are linked. So the more you think about, when I think about a dog, my heart and my body feel good because the cuddling and the loving and but someone that's been bitten by a dog doesn't have the same feeling. Dog being the subject or the object. Sorry, you being the subject, dog being the object. So we don't all feel the same way about a thought. So a thought isn't a, let's say, dog, and everyone feels the same way about it. There's a lot of people that don't like dogs for no particular reason. There are people that are scared of them. There are people that have been bitten by them. There are people that absolutely adore them, that have many of them, that have, constructed their life around them. So dog, there's so many different feelings around that one object. So when you have perfect alignment, it is your body and your mind in perfect alignment with that energy. So when your body is engulfed by this new renewed energy, you're breathing good and you're feeling good about yourself. The body actually feels like it is capable of anything, that anything is possible. And then your mind pops in, or someone walks in, someone you know perfectly well, a family member or a close friend, and you've just come up with this great idea and you feel like anything is possible and you tell them that idea. But listen, they remember you, a version of you. They're not aware of all of this information. And they say, hey, remember you weren't too good at maths. I don't think that idea will work. And then your mind comes in, oh, now I remember who I am. You now have memories of a past version of yourself where you felt inadequate. So who am I to then be able to do this creative thing that I've just come up with? The energy that you are feeling that gave you that inspiration is the you that you're being now. So often what happens is this misalignment between how you're feeling in the body and then the mind remembering past emotions, past versions of you, past vibrational energy, if you will, and it tells you, and you kind of talk yourself out of that inspiration. How many times has it happened that you were in a good mood, you felt like $1 million, you thought you had the greatest idea, you sat down, you had a conversation with someone, and you didn't feel too good about it anymore? Misalignment. And it happens a lot of time. And there's this kind of a tug of war between the mind and the body, okay? Because there's a lot of memories and emotions stored inside your body. And that's what I said, I think it was last week, that the oxygen you're breathing, yes, it does expel 70% of the body's waste, the toxins, carbon dioxide, but it also gets rid of emotional storage that we don't tend to want to let go voluntarily. Everyone seems to believe that they need to stick with the idea of who they think they are forever. This is the version who I am. I am inadequate at mathematics. I'm pretty shy. I don't do these things. I don't do those things. I do this. I don't do that. There's this whole list, pages and pages and pages of the mind reminding you every single morning when you wake up, this is who I am. 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 So every time you breathe in, now you're breathing in. You've got a lot of stored identity of thoughts of who you think you are that need to be released. Are you willing to do that? Because this is what's important. Your body is giving you all this energy, so you are infinite potential of infinite possibilities. But your mind is then saying, no, 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 no. We got to use this energy to create this. What is it? Oh, the identity of myself from 10 years ago. I've got to keep creating it. I'm this. I am this. I am this. So this new energy gets directed to an old creation. New energy gets redirected to the same self from yesterday. But this new energy saying, I'm inspiring you, I'm expanding, I want to create something new, some surprises, some excitement, something absolutely a new experience. And then the mind says, no, 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 let's keep what's safe. Let's recreate what we know, yesterday's identity. And so everything from the past gets reprojected into the future. And you say, this ain't working. Yes, I'm full of energy, I'm feeling excited, but I'm battling with my mind. My mind, you're at war with yourself. And I don't want you to be at war with yourself. I want you to be excited about what there is to come. You don't know what's about to come, but you feel good about it. The mind wants to stick with what's safe because that's part of the identity. I need to be safe. I need to make a living. I need to do this, and then I need to do that. Year after year, decade after decade. Same, 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 same. And then we wonder why we start declining. But that will be for another lesson. We start talking about health. Health depends on how much you're creating and how much you're exciting and how much you are loving and how much you're being of service to others. Purpose, a calling. That's what animates you. That's what inspires you to wake up in the morning. Energy and motion, faster and faster and faster and faster. That's what you're all about. That's why oxygen is abundantly available to you consistently, for free. That's why the lungs were created in such a way. That's why you have the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. That's why you have these vital organs. They're all moving together with such synchronicity, with such precision, so you can create. It is creating energy, 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 because so you can inspire and be of service to others and love, joy, love light, awareness. You are focused. You are focusing, directing, steering this energy through how? Your mind is not meant to regurgitate the past. Your mind was designed to invigorate itself through visualization, through imagining, through dreaming, having a dream and focalizing that energy. If you don't focus energy, you've got a lot of ammunition, you've got a lot of power. Directed where? And for what use? Create. And when it comes from a high intensity, there is only service to others through love and joy, creating. Happiness is always the outcome. When you connect your heart to your mind, when you connect the body with the mind, you have perfect alignment. You have perfect alignment. If it feels good, and you direct it with a purpose, with a mission, with a dream, with a calling, service to others. We are all connected. You know why? It is logical now. I'm energy, you are energy. Energy meets energy, and then more energy, more energy. Imagine if we were a group of 100 people, 1,000 people. How about 7.5 billion? If we all knew this information, we would all be tuned in at the same frequency. A bundle of infinite possibilities. We don't even need 7.5 billion people to be on the same frequency in order to then have a higher frequency. Remember, higher frequencies are 100 times, if not more, powerful than millions of low frequency energy. One person in a group of 100 people can change the whole party. It was important for me to really bring this home because the more you practice feeling good, and when you start to feel, you're going to feel it. It's obvious. You're going to feel the tug of war. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I didn't want you to start saying, hang on, what's this all about? I'm feeling more and more, I'm feeling more energetic, but then I trip. And I'm feeling more energetic, but then I fall. And I'm metaphorically speaking. There is an intensity of a tug of war between the mind and the body, because the identity of who I think I am has been ingrained for so long, for as long as your age. So mine is 46. I'm at least 30 years of who I thought I was very much rooted. So every time I had this incredible energy, and I've taken leaps of faith at times, but I wonder if I didn't have the strong sense of this is who I am, I might have accomplished a lot more. So, but now, even in my 40s, life is good, because now you basically empty yourself out of anything that comes after the word I am. Listen, just become aware. If you'd like to practice it, especially when you're doing your breathing, and you're doing your breathing, probably your eyes are closed, and you're just focused on your breath, and just notice your thoughts. Every time you hear I am, notice what comes after it. What are you saying about yourself? What is the mind consistently highlighting, underlining, bringing to the forefront? What is it saying? Just become aware. I started writing them down. I am inadequate. I am unworthy. I am not good at that. I am, and just notice what you think about yourself. All right? And that is the tug of war. That is the misalignment. It's not a question of how much energy you have, or how invigorated you feel, and how revitalized you feel. It is more about what is the mind constantly holding on to that's not allowing that energy to be directed in order to create, expand, and find your calling, find that purpose. You are here for a purpose. What is it? You are never the same person, and you cannot be the same person in every moment unless you keep recreating it. All right? But you have the potential of being anyone you choose. How are you feeling today? Now that is that. My personality is this. My personal reality of what I am living today with this frequency, with this vibration, with this energy. Okay? I've now given you the information on how to breathe. Now you are breathing. You are creating energy. Now you decide, who will I be today? Who will I be right now? And how to direct that energy. You've got a lot of power. What are you going to do with it? You'll start to learn to trust this energy. Trust the energy in order to be inspired, in order to have that spontaneous thought and then inspires you to spontaneous action. Jump in there and embrace it, because that's who you are. Infinite potentiality. You are the brightest light that energy can create, and you're dimming it down by whatever you put after the word I am. It's really important just to stay with that. You are energy, and now what? Are you going to keep recreating the same I am from yesterday? Or are we ready to let that go and be the empty vessel of what there is now to come? Something new. Only something new invigorates you. Only new experiences and surprises that will delight you. Joy. And the more joyful you become, the more joyful energy you start to spread. Okay? So today, I would like to share, I know I'm going a bit over time, but I'm in a rush, so I might just go with this. So there's this breath that I really, really enjoy. Let me just see if I've said everything I wanted to say. I put a beautiful diagram in the notes today of how you can actually see the torus. It's this energy that surrounds you from a quantum physics point of view. It's a beautiful picture. In fact, I've put it out now. And I've written there, this is how energy is flowing through you. And if you just look at that, and if you could print it out or keep it on your desktop or somewhere, and when you wake up in the morning and see that, I think that picture alone would help you a lot. So do download that picture from the notes. It's really good. Okay. I think I have covered everything I wanted to say today. So the breathing exercise that I wanted to share with you today, I'm going to read to you the medical part of it or the scientifically proven part of it, so I don't really miss anything, and we'll do the exercise together. Let me just see how many people are online. If there's enough people, yeah. Yes, I'd like to do the exercise together. Yes, this seems to be quite. Alrighty. So it's important. This breathing exercise is called the alternate nostril breathing exercise. I know the word nostril sounds a bit, but it really does work, and I've done it quite a few times. So let me read to you before we do the exercise together. So it says here, in each of our nostrils, there are nerves that lead to the center of our brain. And as you already know, our brain has two sides. So the left side is the mechanical side, the calculating side that thinks in a linear fashion. This is the side that says, be sensible, the side that works on known principles. In fact, there is a part of you that's, time-based, very, calculating. I know what I'm doing logically. Then the right side is this creative side, the freewheeling, inspirational side, the side that invents and creates and feels, oh, I am free, and refreshes and replenishes. We have those two sides, okay? Those two duality. And what I didn't know is that every hour and a half, the body balances itself out. So every hour and a half, one dominates you, and then the other hour and a half, the other side dominates you more, and then it switches back and forth. I was unaware of that. I had no idea that these two hemispheres shift between this hour and a half. I had no idea. And that's why your breathing changes when you're unaware of it. You're breathing differently because there's different nerves. And I thought that was fascinating. I love this new information. I swear, it's really just so empowering. So, I'm getting ahead of myself. So you must know that there is a natural body rhythm every hour and a half or so. These sides alternate dominance, and of course your breathing will also reflect this. So when the right side of the brain, the healing right side, is dominant, the left nostril will be dominant. So you'll have maybe more air coming in or exhaling. Okay, so and when the left side of the brain, the mechanical calculator is dominant, the right nostril will be dominant. All right. So by alternating the flow of oxygen between your nostrils, you will experience an incredible sense of relaxation, and the balancing effect of your brain will feel miraculously tranquilizing. And it works. Just like really, really feel relaxed and calm. So when that calculating part of your mind goes overboard and starts telling you things, you can just relax it. And I find it a very beautiful dimming down of that side and allowing my creative side to sort of, balance that part out. So I don't have to be so mechanical and logical and sensible all the time. So you can do this exercise as often as you wish, but do it at least once a day. Maybe you can even add it to your daily routine, which I have, because I had no idea that these two hemispheres do this alternating dominance dance between them. So do we have time? We're going to do this exercise together. So this is fun. So what I do between your thumb and your index finger, all right? So we're going to alternate. So you sit in a comfortable position. You can be sitting down, sitting on a mat. Just don't do it lying down. Just be upright and in a sitting position. Sit in a comfortable position. In this exercise, you'll be breathing in from one nostril and exhaling through the other, all right? So I use my thumb and my index finger, all right? So of the same hand. So now close your right nostril with your index finger and breathe in through your left nostril for a count of 6 and hold your breath for a count of 3. So right nostril, you close it and you breathe in for a count of 6 through your left nostril, all right? And you hold for 3 counts. So when you inhale, you've got your right nostril closed, then you close your left, and you exhale. So let me read it through, because I know it can get confusing. So you've got to read it a few times, and then you do it. And then it comes kind of natural. In fact, I think I also got that crossed while I'm trying to say it to you, because I'm thinking. You're not supposed to be thinking when you're breathing, all right? So you close your right nostril with your index finger and breathe in through your left for a count of 6 and hold your breath for 3 counts. Now close off the left nostril with your thumb and release the index finger from your right nostril and you breathe out for a count of 6, all right? And then you keep that left one closed, okay? And you breathe in through the right one for 6. Then you close it and you exhale through the left. Remember to hold your breath for count of 3. Now I do this at least 3 times. You just keep repeating the whole session 3 times. So keep that left nostril closed with your thumb and breathe in from your right nostril for count of 6 and hold your breath for 3 counts. Then close off your right nostril with your index finger. Yep, we've done that. Repeat the sequence at least 6 times. It says the book. I do it 3. That's how I found my rhythm. But you're most welcome to try 6, see how you feel. Try 4, 5, 3, depending on. My daily routine will be very, very different to your daily breathing routine. I've read through all the breathing ones. I'm still discovering new ones. I've bumped into friends that are practicing the Wim Hof breathing techniques, for example, exploring those as well. So there is a lot of material out there, but that's why I'm using this book. It's got some beautiful different breaths just for beginners. And the more you'll see that you can expand your lungs and hold more oxygen, the more oxygen your body can hold, your lungs can hold, the more liters you can take in per minute, The more energy you'll be feeling, the more energy you'll be feeling, the more your frequency will be going up. And then you'll be asking me the question, what do I do with all this energy? And we're going to get there in the third week as we get closer to the end of these 21 days. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I certainly have. I know I've touched upon subjects that maybe are not on everyday's list of conversation, but I hope I've just planted a seed that you can start to consider, am I allowed to see myself differently now with all the knowledge I know? Can I reconsider that I am not the separate being, bones, muscles, and blood over here and others over there? What would it really feel like if I knew myself as energy, love, light, infinite potentiality, and those around me as well that are also energy? What would it feel like? How does that change everything for you? Because if it doesn't change everything for you, you haven't really grasped all of this information. And you might need a while just to let it sink in. But you are not that which you think. That which you think are thoughts. That which you are has no definition. That which you are is infinite potentiality. Because energy creates infinite possibilities at any point of now. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. Be good to yourselves.